Specializing in board level strategy and leadership consulting, our next speaker doesn't set small goals. She builds teams and communities of world changers committed to transforming the marketplace for kingdom achievement. Her mission? To strengthen Christian businesses, transform cities, and unite leaders, reshaping how the world conducts business, advancing the kingdom every step of the way, delivering the impact your intentions deserve, where business is her sport. Please welcome principal consultant and owner of Intent and Impact, founder of the U.S. Christian Chamber of Commerce, trainer, speaker, and coach, Miss Krystal Parker.
School is never out for the professional. Anyone that wants to be great understands it takes practice, intention, and training. For example, once a professional athlete signs the big contract, they don't just quit going to practice. They surround themselves with the best coaches, trainers, and players in the field. Leaders, what makes you any different? I'm Krystal Parker, and business is my sport. The stakes are too high for you and your team to be stagnant. The business landscape is ruthless and unforgiving, and talent is mobile. Lucky for you, the teacher arrives when the student is ready, and that's exactly what happened to me. I went from being a high school valedictorian to a college dropout. When I was working as a temporary employee stocking shelves, someone put a book in my hand that changed my life. After reading the book, I had an opportunity to see this legend speak. I scraped together every penny I had to watch John Maxwell bring his book to life. I quickly ascended from temp worker to the youngest executive for a Fortune 200 oil and gas giant. After years of scaling the corporate ladder, I punctuated my corporate career by providing J.D. Power's award-winning customer service to over 2 million customers, leading hundreds of union and non-union employees, and serving on as many as 9 boards as a board of director. Not bad for a college dropout. I advanced my education at Harvard Business School for senior executive leaders with a focus on innovation, globalization, leadership diversity. I earned a master's in marketing from Ottawa University and an undergrad in psychology from KU. Today, I am an emerging author of leadership, a professor of graduate and undergraduate studies on leadership, management, diversity, and ethics. And I created my business, Intent and Impact, to help you deliver the impact your intentions deserve. Remember that teacher I told you about that changed my life? In order to serve you and share the secrets to my success, I partnered with the world's largest leadership training organization on the planet to become a certified John Maxwell trainer, speaker, coach, and accredited DISC behavioral expert. When you grow, the team grows. When you improve, your business improves. When you get better, decision-making gets better. And when you raise your leadership lid, retention efforts improve, you become a top-tier talent magnet, and your development and talent management efforts are off the charts. John Maxwell says, everything rises and falls on leadership. Since people determine the potential in your organization, it's time for you to make a commitment to invest in your greatest assets. It says in Proverbs, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Partner with me to sharpen your skills, build your bench, innovate a strategy, and win.
Being a certified speaker, coach, and trainer for the John Maxwell team means that she is part of a team of elite coaches, teachers, and speakers, professionals, taking leadership training, talents, skills, and adding value to people all over the world. Everything rises and falls on leadership.
Well, thank you. No surprise, I will be talking about leadership for this event, and I am so excited to share that with you. I got tickled looking at that video because I talk about being the valedictorian of my high school class. But what I didn't tell you, I was in a class of 7 people. So it was a tough rise to the top, let me tell you that. What I'm going to tell you guys about at the conference, and I'm so at the summit, and I'm so excited about this, is from the pig pen to the boardroom, the unlikely leader. I think so many times people think that you need the big titles and you have to have all of this incredible certificates and certifications and all this equipping. But I really believe that the most unlikely people make the greatest leaders. And what I want to do at this summit is to share my story. I want to talk about how do you go from raising pigs to being in one of the top boardrooms in America in a Fortune 199 company. And there is a strategy to that. After I left corporate America and started over completely, I wondered, would I be able to claw back, rise back to the top? Or could I just disappear into the sunset? And, I started the U.S. Christian Chamber of Commerce, which is now a national organization serving Christian business leaders from sea to shining sea. I do believe that there is a strategy for leadership. And so I'm going to share my story, but I'm also going to give you some very clear strategic things that you can do from the moment you hear them that day to when you leave the conference. There's not any secret. It's truly strategy. And I can't wait to help you rise to the top because everything does rise and fall on leadership. And I'll meet you at the summit.
Yay.
Thank you.
I am so excited to meet you. I can feel your heart and just everything that you've done. When you grew, the world around you grew. And every time I can feel it when you come into a space, I can just feel everything just begins to expand. And so I'm so looking forward to seeing you and meeting you. And um, I'm just excited. I'm just excited. You have changed the world from sea to shining sea. So, Crystal Parker, not bad for a college dropout, girl.
Thanks, Dexy. I'll see you
Thank,
there.
thank you. I'll see you there.